We are the hosts, the MCs, if you will. We are unpaid, so although critical feedback is always welcome, please be gentle. Also, we already made our first mistake by walking up on stage early. So, anyway, I'd like to talk about Scott. Sadly, between the two of us, we have about 50 years of retail experience. And even more sad is the fact that I own most of that. But Scott has been a merchant and in retail for the past 15 years. He's been with some iconic companies such as Target, Dayton Hudson when he first started out. Then he spent 12 years at Best Buy, eventually becoming a lead merchant at Best Buy. And then he's also done some consultative work with companies like Radio Shack and some other things. He's currently an advisor at the CMA as well. So Scott Wallace, he will be one of our hosts. Thank you.
And on my left here, of course, is Troy Risch. He does own the majority of the years between us, but Troy's been a 32-year retail guy. So he got his start off at Target and made his way all the way up through the ranks where he became Executive Vice President of Stores and Retail there, where he managed over 300,000 people. So had a long history at Target. He then moved on to Radio Shack, where he became the Executive Vice President of Stores and Retail. And then his last role was COO of H.H. Gregg. So tremendous amount of background, and he too is a friend and advisor of the CMA. So you're going to see a lot of us over the next few days. We're very excited to be with you. I think we've got an action-packed agenda with a lot of really good speakers. So with that, I'd like to switch gears, and I'd like to bring up our president of the Category Management Association, Mr. Blaine Ross, to welcome you and say a couple of words.
Once again, on behalf of my colleagues here at the Category Management Association, a warm welcome to all of you. A special warm welcome to you first-time conference attendees. Our mission here at the CMA is quite simple. Our charter, if you will, is to provide thought leadership, intellectual capital, best practices to the CPG industry. The best way to accomplish that is through strategic collaboration with our retail partners, suppliers, and helping them collaborate through their solution partners. Our theme for this year's conference is the shopper's journey, winning from planning through purchase. You may ask yourself, what can you expect from this year's conference? I want you to prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, inspired. For the next 3 days, as a participant of this conference, you all are part of the world's largest category management conference. You'll have the opportunity to network with leading industry executives around the world in a professional learning environment. Who is in the audience with us? We all have analytic backgrounds. It's kind of nice to know who's with us. I thought it would be important to share a little bit about who's in the audience with us. We have over 12 industry trade classes represented, very diverse trade classes: automotive, club, convenience, department stores, DIY and hardware, drug, electronics, food service, mass, military, office supply, and pet. In addition to those fine industries, we have several associations with us. So we've recently partnered with folks like the Auto Care Association. Amongst you are represented 37 states in the United States. We have 7 countries represented: Canada, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru, Sweden, and the UK. There are 9 universities in the audience practicing category management, teaching category management, and we have over 30 solution providers. My personal individual goals for each of you. I'm not asking for much. The goal here is for each and every one of you to, at minimum, meet 10 individuals who can assist you personally and professionally. I'd also ask that you reach out and go visit the solution partners. They'll be in the solution hall. And the last thing that I personally ask of each of you, we want to exceed your expectations. That sometimes is easier said than done, but to that end, if there's anything that I and our team together collectively can make your experience more enjoyable, I would encourage you to reach out to our CMA staff. First thing everybody should be aware of from a housekeeping perspective, one of the things we do after each conference is we send out a survey. And it's important to listen to our constituents. And one of the feedback that we got was it would be nice if you had a conference application. This is the first year that we're having a conference application. Thank you to all of you who responded in that way. This application is outstanding. I encourage each and every one of you to download this application. If you've had problems experiencing downloading it, we have a table set up right next to registration. But essentially, you'll have all of the agenda, all the speakers, you'll have all of the contact information here within the group. And what I mean by contact information is you'll be able to use that app to talk to other folks here at the conference and have LinkedIn information and so forth. So I think it will be important for you to use and access that application. The next area that I'm going to bring attention to, especially for your first-time attenders, after this session here, later this afternoon, we will be convening in the Solution Hall. There are 30 different solution providers providing such solutions as shopper marketing, consumer insights, assortment, pricing, promotion, distribution, logistics, operations, finance. You get the idea here. Training, outstanding organizations. We will all be convening together in that grand ballroom. And essentially it's speed dating, for lack of a better term. Essentially what you'll do is you'll have a choice of 5 individual solution providers that you can stop by and see. You will identify which one you want to go sit down next to, and there'll be a 15-minute presentation of that company. We will ring a bell. You'll have 3 minutes to go to the next solution provider to get a better understanding of what that organization is all about. A conference like this cannot happen without the loyal support of our sponsors. So at this time, I'd like to recognize our key sponsors. We have several silver sponsors. You'll have the opportunity to meet them in the Solution Hall. We have several gold sponsors. Here are the companies that are gold sponsors. Gold Plus sponsors. All of the Gold Plus sponsors and our Platinum sponsors will be offering intellectual property sessions. Those are half-hour sessions that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon. The opportunity to see actual case studies of those applications put to use. Some additional Gold Plus sponsors. And then this year we have 3 Platinum sponsors who would like to recognize. Our first Platinum sponsor is the Category Management Knowledge Group. Our second Platinum sponsor is Fifth Dimension. And our third Platinum sponsor is RF Spot. And lastly here, at least for today, first time this evening is we will have an awards dinner, the 2015 Best Practices Category Management Awards. CMA has partnered with Stagnito Media, who has such popular publications as Retail Leader, Progressive Grocer, and Convenience Store News. Over this past year in 2015, several hundred people submitted submissions for these different awards, and at this evening's gala dinner, we'll honor those award winners. Those categories would be collaborative business planning, custom assortment, shopper insights, and shopper marketing. And at this point, once again, thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your participation. We're looking forward to a great conference, and at this point, I'll turn it back over to Scott Wallace. Thank you very much.